Definitely not. No tadpoles. And no. See why you need eyebrows? Hey guys, it's Jen B from Jen B Makeup Magic, and today I'm going to show you a quick video on how to get the perfect eyebrows. Eyebrows are the most important part of any makeup application because your eyebrows frame your face. So stick around if you want to see how to draw the perfect eyebrows. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. I usually like to fill in my eyebrows with eyebrow powders. Today I'm going to be using the Ardell brow powder in the medium brown shade. I also like the NYX brow powder. The NYX comes with a little wax on the other side that kind of helps to seal the color down. But usually I just kind of put my brow powder on and then set it with makeup setting spray, so I don't usually have a problem. I don't usually like to fill my brows in with any types of pencils. I feel like you're more likely if you have a pencil, and I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about with the red lipstick so you can see it on camera. I feel like whenever you're using a pencil, I feel like people have a tendency to kind of draw their eyebrows like that. Really heavy, so they look really artificial and drawn on. If you are going to want to try to use a pencil, you definitely want to just do light feather-like strokes and kind of follow the shape of your brow. But I definitely prefer the brow powders. I think they're easier for people to work with, and I think they look more natural. And you're also going to need an angled brush like this. Now this is just an angled brush from an art store, but Sigma has really good angled brushes if you want to try those brushes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing that you would want to do to create perfect eyebrows is to make sure that you have your eyebrows either waxed, tweezed, sugared, threaded, however you want to do it. Just make sure that your eyebrows are nice and cleaned up. If you have little fine white hairs when you're trying to fill in your eyebrows, the color is going to pick up on that and it's not going to give you a nice clean shape. So I'm going to show you first where your eyebrows should start and where they should end. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to be using this white eyeliner and my foiling comb, and I'm going to kind of show you how to mark your face to show you where your eyebrows should begin, where they should end, and where your arch should go. So if you take something straight, you could use a rat tail comb or an end of a makeup brush, and you set it right beside your nose. Where your nostril ends on this side is where your eyebrow should start. So you can see mine don't grow there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my white eyeliner and I'm going to mark a line straight up. And that's where my eyebrow should start. Okay? Now to see where your eyebrow should end, you're going to take your straight edge, hold it to the corner of your nose, drop it slightly at an angle. And see how I'm kind of keeping it up? If you draw your eyebrow down too low, it's going to pull your eye down and make you look older. So we always want everything to go up. So I'm going to take my straight edge again, corner of my nose, and you see my eyebrow stops growing there. So I always pencil my brows in on the end. So I'm going to take my white pen and I'm just going to mark where my eyebrow should end. So you can see my eyebrow here doesn't grow down that far, and most people's don't. So I'm just going to kind of do that for a guideline just so you guys can see better. Okay, now your arch should start, if you were to take the end of your straight object, take it to the end of your nostril and then point it up slightly, you can kind of see where your natural arch should fall. Don't want to take it up too high like this, doesn't go there. Most people's eyebrows have a natural arch in them, so you can kind of see where mine starts here. But if you're having a hard time finding it, you can take your straight edge again and just turn it up slightly. And you can see that's where my arch is supposed to be. So I'm going to mark that there. Okay, so these are the markings of where your eyebrows should end, where they should begin, and where your arch should be. So I'm just going to kind of zoom in. And you can see I don't have hairs that grow here. My ends are sparse on the ends, and then my arch could be accentuated just a little bit more. So if you look at how my natural eyebrows are here, you can see I don't have any hair that grows on the ends. I'm a little bit thin under here, and it doesn't start at the proper place on this side. So I'm going to show you how to pencil that in and fix that. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Ardell brow powder in medium brown. These come in several colors. If you're really light blonde or gray haired, you would probably want to go for a taupe color or a soft taupe. I think they actually make it in like a gray color, but I think taupes and soft taupes and blonde tend to look better on that color. You could get dark brown if you're darker skin tone, darker hair. You kind of just want to match the color of your eyebrows naturally. They even make auburn toned eyebrow powders if you're a redhead. I definitely prefer the powders to be more ash tone, meaning they don't have a lot of warm colors, a lot of reds, a lot of golds. Sometimes when you put that on your skin, the red and the warm shades definitely look artificial, because if you look at my eyebrow color, there's no warmth to it, there's no gold in them. They're just kind of an ash brown, or some people call it mousy. So you're gonna wanna kind of look for more of a mousy or brow color. So I'm gonna take my angled brush, I'm gonna dip it in my medium brown, just kind of swipe back and forth. I'm gonna tap off my excess. And I'm going to take my object to see where my brow should start. And I'm just gonna kind of dab the color on with the flat end of the brush. So that's my beginning point. I'm going to take a little bit more color. I'm going to go ahead and do the ends. Just to get markers, and then I'm going to fill in the rest. Okay, and I need to bring it down just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm just going to kind of take my brow powder and I'm going to fill in the sparse areas. And if you feel like you're doing this and you've gone too heavy-handed, all you have to do is take a makeup spoolie, and I'll show you what that looks like at the end, and you can kind of soften the color a little bit. And if you're not used to drawing on your eyebrows, it can look a little bit different. You may feel like it looks a little bit heavy, but if you just look at this eyebrow compared to the one that I haven't filled in yet, this eye automatically looks wider, brighter. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to kind of fill in a little bit more. And you definitely don't want to overdraw. If you have very sparse eyebrows, just fill them in a little bit. Don't try to create a whole new eyebrow, because it's definitely not going to look real. So I'm just kind of filling in the sparse areas. I'm kind of accentuating my natural arch a little bit. And like I've said in previous videos, a fuller brow is definitely more youthful. If you're taking your brows and you're drawing them on pencil thin, it's just going to make you look older. So a nice full brow is what you want to go for. And I'm just going to go and fill in a little bit underneath because I'm a little sparse under there. And there you go. And if you want to check, you can take your makeup brush. That lines up. And that lines up. And like I said, make sure that you avoid going down and drawing the tail of your eyebrow too far down, because if you draw it down, it's going to pull your eye down. So make sure that you're kind of keeping your tail kind of flicked out slightly. Okay, so once you have your shape on, if you really wanted to get a nice, crisp, clean eyebrow look, sometimes I like to take a little bit of concealer, and any concealer that's about 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone will work, and just a really small detail brush. And I'm just going to take the concealer and I'm just going to kind of dab it to clean up my line underneath my brow. And that just gives it a nice, crisp, clean look. And then you're just going to kind of blend out the concealer, and that just kind of cleans up around the eyebrow, makes everything look nice and neat. And it's not something that I do every day, but if I'm going to be photographed or doing something important, I just kind of like to clean up that line a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of feather the concealer out. Okay. And that's how you create the perfect eyebrow. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the white and finish up the other eye. And I'm going to actually show you what it looks like with one eyebrow done and one eyebrow not done, so you can see what a difference it really makes. Okay, so do you see the difference with the eyebrow that I've done and the eyebrow that I haven't done? Like I said, everything just looks more youthful, higher and brighter, tighter, younger, more youthful. So definitely makes a difference if you pencil in your eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Okay, so I finished both of my eyebrows. I did just want to say on a side note that you have to think of your eyebrows, they're sisters, not twins. So nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical, so you may have a challenge trying to get them both perfectly symmetric. Just get them as close as you can, because like I said, most people's faces aren't perfectly symmetric. So if you just get them pretty close, you're good enough. Because a lot of times people don't have the same amount of hair on one side. One eye could be lower than the other, so just do the best you can, and just remember they're sisters, not twins. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked the video, please subscribe and like, and if you'd like to see any future looks, let me know.